Hey, welcome to Always in Stitches What's New. It's been a little while, Peter. You and I have kind of been busy with other responsibilities the last 2 or 3 weeks, so my apologies that we've not been here every week, but sometimes you got to back up and kind of regroup and get ready to start again. So we've got some great things to show you. The good news is this will probably be the longest video ever, right, Peter?
So big it's going to have to be broken up into segments.
It is. And
possibly.
Yes, and he's going to do some editing to make it lovely. So anyway, thank you for being patient with us, but you know, life happens and sometimes we have to take a little break. But that means you just got a good long video to watch here, 2 or 3 in a row. Yeah, so we're here shopping for fabric with Mark. You guys have met Mark before on our video.
Hi, everybody.
And
Hi, Mark.
Good morning.
How's the day going for you?
So far, pretty good. It's pretty early, though.
Did you have a good drive into Indiana?
I did, and my drive here this morning was terrifying. I came all the way from Noblesville.
But you're from Chicago.
Yes.
You live in Chicago.
Yes, I did.
And your name really is Mark Jacobs.
It really is Mark
and you
Jacobs.
get his mail.
And I did once get they once got my package.
Oh, okay.
It was the other way around. I was getting some samples to meet Mark Jacobs, and they sent it to the Mark Jacobs store in Chicago.
Whoa.
Wow.
So I had to go there and walk in, and at that point they'd already discovered it. So I walked in, and then I said, they walked in, and I said, they said, can I help you? I said, I am Mark Jacobs, and they gave me my box. That was the whole story.
They knew. Well, anyway, so we're ordering fabric, so you'll be seeing some stuff. There's one we just ordered. We can show you that card.
Yes, we can.
But seriously, Peter, he has 2 suitcases full of fabric. Customers are always saying to me, why didn't you order this line? Well, why didn't you order that line? It's like, there's one suitcase on his right.
By the way, do I preview how... Right, preview how the rolls?
Oh, let's wait. We got to suspend it a little bit. And then he has another suitcase. They're full, and these are full of cards. So, how many pieces? How many lines of fabric are you showing? Do you know?
Well, I'm going to show you Michael Miller, Wyndham, and Northcott.
Okay, so that's 3 companies.
But Northcott includes Figo, and Wyndham could eventually conclude Anthology. I don't think we're going to do it today, but there's really much more here.
Right.
There's a lot of fabric here.
So And I'll buy 20 lines today, maybe 20-ish, something like that. He hopes I bore.
I'll be happy. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to do here is sort through all these fabrics and then pick the ones that the consumer wants.
And the good thing
not
is,
just I like.
And the good thing is, even if Kathy would buy 20 lines today, that means she's going to reject about 80 lines.
Yes.
But no problem. I designed none of them, so I only walk away happy.
And I'm not really rejecting them. I'm just.
No, no one carries everything.
Yeah, you can't do it all. So when you consumers are looking at fabric and going, well, I saw that line on such and such a channel and it was lovely, and why didn't Always in Stitches buy it? You got to say no sometimes. You just have to, as hard as that is. But anyway, thanks
and
for...
no means no.
And no means no. And no means no. We've had that discussion.
Except for with that other rep.
Yeah, except for
he'll be like, are you sure? And then he'll say, well, so-and-so store's carrying this, and then he'll try some other couple moves.
I tried for half a second today.
Yeah.
I think I gave up real fast.
Yeah, no, that doesn't work. We buy what we buy because we want it. So anyway, that's what we do when we buy fabric.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Adios.
I wanted to start with fabric because I literally have about 12 or 13 fabric lines to show you. That's how many we got in the last couple weeks. It's that time of year that they really start rolling in, especially with the Christmas stuff will be soon. So we'll have a little Christmas to show you as well. But I wanted to start with this one first. This is Debbie Maddie's fabric, Indigo Blooming. And I am very partial to this fabric line. Debbie is the most delightful lady. There's her sweet picture right there on the layer cake. She's a fabric dyer as well. She does indigo dyeing, which is a art that comes out of Japan originally. And she does the most stunning fabrics. And I'm not going to show you through the layer cake, although we do have the layers and the charms and the minis and the jelly rolls. So this comes with all the goodies, all the different cuts and things to make things. And her fabric is just stunning. It every time we get it in, it always sells very well because people love it. The variety that it is and the crafting of it, the artistic look to it. If you're familiar with the Kantha stitching, what's called Kantha, which is just kind of a big stitch movement, that's what this fabric represents. Now, I can see taking this fabric and actually going through and sewing where the dots are to make it look like that if you really wanted to make it embellished. Put 2 or 3 layers together, you know, a layer of fabric, a layer of batting, and another layer of fabric, and actually stitch on this. It would be a great guide to learn to use that cantha. Sashiko stitching is also kind of what that's sometimes called. Oh, I caught that pretty slick. So anyway, these are always in indigo colors, but blues, light blues, kind of the medium blue, the dark blue, and she has a nice collection of beiges to go with it too. So her neutrals are just lovely. And then there's this little pop of kind of a rust color, and that again is an indigo thing because it'll have kind of a rusty color in the dyeing of the fabric. So it's just it's yeshish. I want shirts and tops and jackets and a quilt would just take your breath away. Now what I made for a sample is this here little bag. This is called a rice bag. Here's your pattern for it. Charming little rice bag. It's about 8 inches tall and 13 inches around. And this is made with a charm pack. It's English paper piece the way this one is made. And I've English paper piece these hexagons. They're very large hexagons. And I learned a new technique, and it's one of those things when we get them in, and I'm going to show you a video. Missy Carpenter, which is Traditional Primitives, if you look her up, you can see her basting technique. And we have the supplies in to do that. Instead of stitching them or gluing them, you use starch and an iron, and that's how you make your hexagons. And then you take the papers out before you sew them together, which made this really manageable when I was sewing the hexagons together to make this. And then if you notice what I did, instead of quilting it together, I actually did the big stitches across here with some Valdani variegated
Is that the
thread.
blue thread you used right there?
Yes,
Let me
that's
zoom in on that.
Yeah, that's Valdani's pearl cotton that I used to sew the 3 pieces of fabric together. The surface of the fabric, the batting, and then I put a muslin behind that. And then when you line it, the lining is a separate piece, so it has a separate lining inside there. But this is just a little drawstring bag. They're calling it a rice bag. It's very cute. I think great yarn project bag. What do you think, Peter?
That is the perfect size for a yarn project bag.
Yeah, I'm thinking so too. Or even like if you're just going to the beach. Let's say you're going to the beach and you just want to throw your sunscreen, your sunglasses, you know, maybe a glass would probably even sit down inside of it if the lid was closed or even the lid open. But there you go. I just think it's a good little...
Do you think that your people could watch your English paper pieced pincushion tutorial to learn basic skills to
Yes.
be able to handle doing that one?
I think they could,
Okay.
absolutely. These are great big hexagons, and it comes with a template in the pattern, so it's a great beginner English paper piecing project because they're large, unlike the 1/8 of an inch or whatever.
I love those 1/8 of an inch. That would take me forever to make that.
But yeah,
Rice bag with an 1/8 of an inch.
they come all different sizes, but these are a nice big hexagon, so they're easy to work with. But yeah, this Indigo Blooming, love her fabric. Just love, 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 love. Okay, let's go over here to another Moda designer. This is Create Joy Project. And look how
It's so big I have to stand so far away to get it all in.
Just- Yeah, so there's 36 fabric choices with this. 2 of these are wide backs. So look at this wide back. I mean, can you even just can I just tell you how luscious this wide back is?
Oh, that's beautiful.
Isn't that, I want to make a quilt just to put this on the back of it. I may have to find something. I may just have to get some just to get it, just to have it for the next time I need a wide back. Because man, is that pretty. And it's got a great hand to it also. It's that finer weave of fabric, so it feels really soft. Got to get that touch of vision again. So this is a wide back right there. Love that.
So wide back, it is 108.
108, yeah, it's 108. And then this is a wide back too. This is one of the other prints in the line. So this one is also a wide back. Again, 108 inches wide.
Okay, what flowers are those?
Purple. They're purple?
You know I asked you, don't I?
Why? Because you know what they are?
No, because you have a horticulture license.
I do. I should know. I'm a master gardener.
I put you on the spot.
You did put me on the spot. I don't know. I don't know what flower that is.
I don't know either. Maybe somebody in the audience knows.
Yeah, they can tell us. They're always good at
They're
telling.
smart. They know a lot.
They do know a lot. They know more than we do. But yeah, that's a pretty flower.
All kinds of pretty flowers on
They
that
are.
one.
Really pretty. So anyway, this has, gosh, look how much of that's already sold. This will sell fast. Well, anytime we've had the Create Joy fabrics come in, they slide out the door pretty quick. We do have the layer cakes, then the charm and the jelly rolls on this. I don't see many charms or 5-inch squares, which may mean either they weren't available or we just elected not to buy those in this. And this is the gal. She's delightful. She does the most beautiful designing. I love chatting with her. So yeah, just, gosh, you're going to have to take some time and scan all these. Look at this purple piece, Peter.
That's beautiful.
Doesn't that?
I love when she comes out with a line, I like to get a cut of her blenders like this,
Yeah.
these washes. And then I notice she does these stripes in all of her lines. And I like to have a cut of that too because you can work those into other quilts really easily.
That's a really
Because
good
it gives
point.
you gives you colors and textures that you can't get in other quilt fabrics that sometimes you need a little pop of something to make your quilt interesting.
Right. That's a really, really good point.
There's the solid teal. That's your favorite color.
Yeah. That's, I may have to have just a piece of that just because. I mean,
That's your jam.
It is my jam. So lining in a bag or lining on a quilt or just, what's good about hers too is you get like that piece versus this chunk are going to give me some totally different feels when you cut it. I love it. She's just so talented. Look, there it is in the light purple. Look at the light purple.
Oh, wow.
Well, I'd almost want just a fat quarter bundle of just all her solids out of this line.
They make great blenders just
They
because
really
of that.
do.
Like I like what you said, where you have a light, you have a medium, you have the darks, so you can work a lot of different colors and patterns.
They work like a batik almost. But she's a watercolor artist by trade. Look at this piece. That's
Oh, I like
beautiful.
that background.
I do too. What a fun quilt. So if you want an entire collection of this bundles, you'd have basically 36 pieces of fabric. We could do a fat quarter bundle for you guys. Call in and let us know if you want to have a fat quarter bundle put together. It would be the per yard price, and that'll be everything we have on this line that's in stock. So don't hesitate to call us if you're interested in that. We'd love to do those kind of things for you.
Okay, I'm liking these tiles.
I know, I do too.
They're showing up really good on camera.
Did you see? Look, here it is with the light background.
Love the tiles in this one.
Yeah, I like that too. I really do like that. And this blue one, I'm on a blue thing right now. Look, here's a blue one. Betty, what do you think?
Pretty, but did you see the rayon one?
I did, and it's gone. It's sold out.
Okay, because I bought 2.5 yards and Bonnie bought it and Nancy bought it.
I know, and I was out of town last week, and so
We knew.
it's
But if
gone.
we wanted it, we better get it before Kathy
got
gets
it.
back.
Sorry.
So it'll be our new uniform. 'cause
It'll be our
we'll
new
all
uniform
the
because we all
same
have.
thing.
That always happens with Create Joy. We all end up with the same stuff. It's just a lovely, lovely line. All right, Tilda. We got some more chambrays in with the Tilda.
Oh, I missed that. What?
What? I know they're all coming in.
What? Those are all the fall colors.
Yes.
Oh, I love
so the
them.
Tilda chambrays. We really,
Gosh.
if you're looking for any of the Tilda chambrays, you're going to find them here. And they are the best.
Look at those greens and those purples and
They're
those.
such a nice shot
grays.
cotton. They're just a delightful. I mean, they're not calling it a shot cotton, but it technically, I think it really is because you've got a warp.
It's
and a
woven,
lift, and
yeah.
it's woven.
And it's got a
And
little
it's-
bit. There's something magical about this stuff.
There is. It's the texture. See, look at that. It's the same on both sides. So that's why it's great for garments. I love, 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 love these colors.
I put it on the back of a quilt that I have at my desk.
Oh, yes.
And I mean, it is the best feeling stuff. The best.
There. And then we've also, I don't know if you realize this, we have the little merino wool for her dolls, for hair, and for all the little work you want to do on the dolls. We do have that here. So
Is that what's on this doll right here?
I believe so, yes.
I'll get a focus of her head.
Yeah, because her little critters, we're at H&H, and Peter's going to have to do a whole nother, like, thing another video on the H&H event in Chicago. Pam, our staff member, and myself, we both went to that in Chicago last week. That's part of the reason you didn't get a video, because we were just gone too much. But there's going to be pictures. You're going to see all that in another, I think we're just going to do a whole nother video about that. But we did see the Tilda and could show you pictures of what we had. We saw what we saw in H&H in Chicago just a couple days ago. We saw it in Houston, but we were not allowed to show pictures of it yet. So I was really glad to be able to show you the pictures of that. They were posted on our Insiders page. So if you haven't been to our Insiders page, you might want to go look at that and see what you can find. All right, let's look over here. I think this one is another new line, because it is from Northcott, sugar coated. And look how fun. Now, I know a couple staff members have already ordered the complete 1 yard cuts for this. But look at this. What a cute little placemat or a pillow.
That's adorable.
You know, or even just put it on like a little wall hanging. So much fun. $6 for a little piece to make a real quick pillow. And then here is, I believe this is a tote bag. Oh no, it's an apron. Stand corrected.
Oh, for baking all those
For
Christmas
baking all those
cookies.
Christmas cookies. And it's kind of a child-sized apron. It's not real big. So, small people, or
That looks adult
you could do it adult. Yeah, just
With
depends on
long
how big you want
strings.
your apron.
with lots of strings.
But how cute would that be to have the apron and the table little placemats? And then Peter has to get up close here and show you all these luscious fabrics. So this is May. Y'all know in May and June we start getting all our new Christmas fabrics start coming in mass. So be prepared to see the Christmas fabrics. I try to get a good variety of different, like not everything's red, green, and white. Sometimes we get some of those other color tones that they do at Christmas time. This one is so fun. I love this. This just really spoke to me.
Now I know what you can do with that.
English paper piece, right?
Yep.
Look how cute that would be on a hexagon. Wouldn't that be adorable? This would English paper piece well. It says nothing says homemade like the smell of baking. Boy, that's the truth.
The smell of bacon?
Bacon, bacon,
you say
bacon, bacon. Bacon is a food group by itself, right?
Yep.
I believe it is. I believe it is. Okay. So that was sugar coated. Now let's go up here. We got so many to show you. I'm just
There's
telling.
also, with the placemats, there's also a panel with oven mitts.
Okay.
So,
Okay, perfect.
Oven
More panels
mitts.
coming. More panels coming.
And just a quilt panel too.
And a quilt panel too. Oh my gosh, so we haven't got it all cut up and ready out here yet, but we will.
It's so new. We're still getting it out to you
We're
guys.
still getting it out. This is called Summer Wildflower. This is another one that
Okay,
just
what
came
kind of
in.
flower is that?
Well, that's a poppy. I
Okay.
can tell you that's a poppy.
Are you getting sleepy?
That's a poppy and that's a bachelor button. Yeah, poppies will make them sleep. So there's daisies, there's bachelor buttons. Now see, you've challenged me.
Yes.
There's more. Look at, I don't know why they have Big Ben. It says I love New York. But that's London. I think that's Big Ben. Isn't that Big
Yes,
Ben?
yes.
Okay. Look at the stripe.
Oh, but there's also the Eiffel Tower for Paris.
Oh, Paris. Oh, and there's New York. There's
There's New York.
There you go. And then look at the stripe. I love a
Watermelon
good
stripe.
It is a water. It's like little seeds. That's adorbs.
Good binding.
This is white. Has that white fence, picket fence background.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Isn't that fun?
Good eye.
Fun, fun, fun. Here's your panel. So we'll do something fun to show you what to do with the panel. Let's put it right side up. Chop it up. I just got some new patterns from Villa della Rosa, that company. Some great patterns for making stuff into samples.
They have the best little patterns.
They do, and they're
Those are like weekend projects, right?
They are weekend projects because she cuts them up big and chunky. So that makes it fun. Okay, so that is Wildflowers. I need to be telling you the names on these so you can order them online. That is called, where am I looking? I know it's here. Michael Miller Summer Wildflowers. So the first one I showed you was Indigo Blooming from Moda. And then Tilda's Chambrays. Northcott was the Christmas line, sugar coated. And Moda was Create Joy. So if you're buying on the website, the traffic right now and the road construction, ugh. Peter, how long does it take you now to get to work? You got to go over the river and through the
Well,
woods.
actually, I found a new route
Okay.
where it just cuts the construction. I go around the block by the golf course and come to work that way, and that's the exact same time.
Is it? Okay, good. Well, it is a problem. I just took a call right before we came out for a gal. She was coming in and she's like, I know roads are closed. How do I get here? If you're having trouble getting here, give us a call because it is kind of wackadoodle. You know, you go one way and you think, well, I'll take that shortcut, and then that road's closed, and then you take another shortcut, and that road's closed. The county and the city and the state all have highways that go through our town, and they're all three working on projects, and nobody talks to each other. It's the craziest thing. So there's roads closed, and you think you're going to go this way, and you can't go that way. You can get here because there are people coming, so you can get here, but it can be a little bit of a problem. We did post in our newsletter. If you're not getting our newsletter, you can go to our website and scroll down to the bottom of our website and sign up to get our newsletters. We do have a special going on for shipping charges right now during the month of May. So if you're watching us online and you place an order, you might want to be sure you're getting our emails so that you know what that special is so you can get a discount on your shipping. Because if you don't want to come, we understand. We really want you to not have any worries and just be able to show up and have a great time. So, okay, great, Joy, Monopun. Now, let's see. Let's go right here. Some more fabric. We want to order fabric for you. This is Michael Miller Garden Variety. Be sure I say, gosh, I don't even think I put that one on my list. Michael Miller Garden Variety. Isn't this fun? I'm loving this. These are just so pretty. It says these have been here a while, but man, I
like the chalkboard background.
I do too, like the chalkboard background. And I don't remember showing this before. I think it snuck between the cracks. Michael Miller Garden Variety. Sunflowers, window shades. Now that's summer sunflowers. We've done that one. So we've seen that one before. So that's all good. Let's go over here and see this one. We got to do that one too.
Let's do that one.
Let's do this one. Okay, this is one Peter likes. This is Autumn Farmhouse.
And Dawn loves this one
And Dawn,
too.
this is a Dawn one. This is from Henry Glass and Company. It's by Kim Deal, is the fabric designer. We do have a free pattern for you here. And this is that kind of restoration, reproduction, primitive look to it. This one's called From the Henry Glass Company Autumn Farmhouse. So, if you're ready to order that, here we go. Look how pretty these are. Teals, burgundies. Look at this.
Rich. I love it.
It's like the little grapes are little bitty stars. It's so stinking cute. Rust. There's a good black with a teal in it. Look how that pops against each other. I don't know if you can get it on the camera, but it sure is
Yeah.
lovely.
I can.
It's just a little bit of teal. This is like a little pumpkin or a tomato maybe. That's a great color. Oh, so
Yeah, it
rich.
is.
Nice little basic background print. Love that. All right, there you go. Kim Deal's Henry from Henry Glass Autumn Farmhouse. So that's another one you're going to want to play in. Now then, tropical birds. I'm sorry, we got to go look at birds.
What kind of birds?
They're flamingos. You know how I am about a flamingo.
What are they doing?
They're swimming. They're swimming and hanging out at the beach, man. This is so fun. In the middle of Indiana, we've got more flamingo fabric than I think they do in Florida. So this is from the Studio E company, Tropical Birds. And it's not just flamingos. There's a toucan, there's a parrot, a macaw. I'd say that's a macaw parrot. And they're just floating around on pineapples and watermelons and great big floaties in the pool with their sunshades on and their hats to keep the sun from getting too burnt. I don't know if they burn or not. I don't suppose flamingos get a sunburn. I'll have to look
don't
into
know.
that.
We gotta look into
That's
that.
a question. That's a question for us.
They're wearing eye protection from the sun.
They are wearing eye protection, as everyone should. So, fun line, just one of those whimsical, kitschy fun.
Oh, look at those tiles.
Look at that tiles, isn't that fun? I'm thinking for my patio, this is going to be placemats and tablecloths and all that. I've got the big umbrella in the middle of my table, so I'll cut a slit in it so I can slide it over my table. And look at this one. Look at this one. Sunglasses.
That's fun.
Isn't that fun? I love that.
Are those
palm
called?
frond.
That's what I was gonna say. Are those called the palm fronds? You
I
beat
think
me
those
to
are
it.
palm fronds. Oh, sorry. It's an Easter thing. Look at the hats and sunglasses. These fun sunglasses. And then here's a very large print. Look at
Oh! We
Tote
gotta
bag.
open that up.
that. Okay, we'll open
Yeah,
it
we
up.
do.
Okay, we'll open it up.
It looks like there's
Peter
a lot of fun
requested.
going on in this one.
There is a lot of fun. It's not really directional. They're laying on beach towels. Looks like they're laying in the sand. See how the beige is kind of the background, and then they're laying.
Okay,
in
so
the
they're in
sand.
all different directions.
And they're all different directions. Which
Gosh,
is good.
that's so fun.
Look at this. What bird is that?
Gosh, that where?
Right there. I can't.
Is that a parakeet?
I think it is. I think it is a parakeet. Isn't that fun?
Yeah.
Look at their hat. They're wearing a hat. He's got a coconut drink. Here. Look at his hat. Doesn't he look great in his little straw hat?
You know
with
what?
the
I need a
band?
hat like that.
You do, Peter.
I need a straw hat like that. I'm gonna
You
work
need a
on
straw
that.
hat. Work on that. Get you a straw hat. And then, you know what you do is you change the bandana or the little band on
Uh-huh.
it for the season.
Now you know what Maggie would call that?
What?
A hat sash.
A hat sash. I like that. That's good. I'll go with a hat sash. I can live with that. Okay, Studio A Tropical Bird. Okay, now there's a flannel line, which I'm going to guess might be
Oh,
over
I didn't
here.
see the flannel. Man, I'm glad I'm watching the What's New so I know what all the new stuff is.
I don't see it. Michael Mead. Okay, we did that one.
Is there a name on it? The flannel?
Well, there is. It looks like wool.
It's not. It's not the babies, is it?
No.
Oh, it might be hiding over behind the opposite of the boutiques.
All right, let's go. Let's pause for a minute and see what we can figure out. Okay, we found our way. Peter and I have been gone for a couple weeks. It's really changed, hasn't it?
It has.
It's so funny. You guys are always commenting how we get so much fabric in, and you miss a week or two, and look what you get. So,
Well, when I walked around this morning and I was like, "Oh, Cappy, we got one new fabric line," and then all this stuff is new and I missed it all.
right. So you bet. Really, it doesn't seem like a bad thing to come into the shop once a week and just see what's new. We have so many things. We really, really do. We had a retreat up in Shipshewana this weekend, and a lot of our customers were up there. And so when they come in, they're going to be excited to see what came in while they were in Shipshewana. But Michael Miller, this one is a lovely line. This is called I Heart Kitsch, and it is just fun. Look at this. Okay, you know what that's for? Oh, it's got a
What?
great hand to it too. Wow, that feels good. English paper piecing, these little buttons would be so fun. Or if you're doing needle keeps, what a fun thing to do.
Oh,
a
you're
needle button.
right.
Those covered buttons that Dawn did. Wouldn't
Put
these
a magnet
be perfect?
on the
Yeah.
back with our magnet kits.
Wouldn't that be great?
That's a great idea,
be
Cappy.
really perfect.
You can hand them out as favors when you go to a Sitch retreat.
Oh yeah, because they always a lot of times will do like everybody brings a present for everybody.
Yes.
That's always fun. So this is called I Heart Kitsch.
Oh my gosh, can you show the bunnies and the kittens?
I'll show the bunnies and the kittens. This one. What's on pink? It's on
Oh
teal.
no, this one.
It's on white,
Well, it's on white, red,
red.
and I don't know
We're
what
messing
other
this all up
colors.
for 'em. Look at this. Kitschy cats. So these are bunnies. It doesn't say kitschy bunnies. It says kitschy cats. But there's little kitty cats and there's bunnies. This
Do you think
really
it's a
does-
cat with bunny ears? No, that's a bunny.
That's a bunny. He's got
Look how
the
long
tail.
those hind feet are.
And look at his little tail. So they just didn't list the rabbits. So we're going to scream discrimination against rabbits, but we'll get over it. So look at these. This is that vintage vibe that's so popular right now. It makes me giggle because some of us were there. It's like, okay, look at this one. This is so fun. Now, I can remember going to the carnival and you'd play the carnival games and you'd get these little plastic toys. You know, you'd spend a quarter and you'd get a toy worth a penny. But you thought it was so cool. And I would play the game again and again and again and spend $20 to get a 99-cent
I
toy.
think Lenine has a box of those little toys,
She
doesn't
probably
she?
does. She collects everything. So again, it's got a great border print. Isn't that fun? Love that.
Oh, look at the ice cream cone.
Ice cream cones. This is just a fun line. This would be great for a children's nursery. I think this would be cute in a
That would
nursery.
be fun.
Wouldn't it be fun? Just for
A break from that, what is it, Grello that everybody's using?
Yeah,
Gray.
the gray and yellow and the teals and, do something bright and cheery.
Oh,
the
that's
kids are-
fun.
I know, I'm trying to get it out here. It's stuck. Look at this. And this has all those carnival toys. I think I had that little lamb when I was a baby. I really do. was in my baby stuff at some point. Soap bubbles, Wonder soap bubbles.
Kids are missing out these days.
They are. This plastic that was infused with, carcinogens that we are no longer able to be around. It's like, it's so bad. But little plastic makes me think of,
Oh, look at that little guy.
yeah, the little Matchbox cars when we had Cracker Jack. I would buy Cracker Jack. I hated Cracker Jack, but I wanted the prize, and so I never got Cracker Jack because I wouldn't eat the Cracker Jack. I had to conspire to find someone to eat this Cracker Jack so I could get the toy.
That was a treat that my mom would get me.
Oh, would she? Yeah.
I love Cracker Jacks.
Oh, do you like? So you eat? So see, we would
I
get.
haven't gotten them in a long. Oh, I haven't had them for a really long
I
time.
haven't seen him for a long
I
time.
haven't had them for. I can't remember the last time I got them. Like maybe 10 or 15 years.
Yeah, I don't think I've
And I
seen
love
Cracker
'em.
Jack. I
Love
wonder
'em.
if they still make it.
I'm gonna have to go on
Go online,
look.
order some from Amazon, right?
Yep.
So this is really fun. I heart Kitsch. What
And do they
fun.
still put a toy in them? Is the question.
That's the question, yeah. And they were good toys, actually, like decoder rings and stuff. I got one a few years ago when my kids were little, and the toys were they were awful. It was like, well, these aren't very fun, but what do I know? What do I know? Okay, now we found the flannel we were talking about before we couldn't find. It's right over here. Peter was right on the money. It was right by Batiks. And that was because we have all these really pretty, just like plaid
Oh
flannels.
yeah, we gotta show the plaids.
These are the Marcus plaid flannels. I realize it's summertime and you're thinking, gosh, why would I want to think about flannel? Well, it's a good time to make those rag quilts to give for Christmas gifts. So
Oh, you're so right about
rag
that.
quilts go fast. And then here are these tweeds. Now, our Sandy does on our computer for the website. She goes in and kinds to make sure everything has really good descriptions. She does a really, really, really good job. So here is the wool tweed flannel. So she had a heck of a time figuring out, was this a wool? Was it a flannel? Was it a cotton? It is flannel, but it looks like tweed. It really looks like a tweed fabric, and the hand on it is lovely. This would make a beautiful rag quilt just in solid colors, or you could blend it with some of the plaids or some of the printed fabrics. We've got a lot of novelty fabrics when it comes to flannels. So if you're making a baby quilt, this is good for backs. You can piece it together and make backs out of it, but it looks like wool tweed, but it is flannel. But especially on like right now, because the hand-stitched wool, like penny rugs, and I know they're working on a wool quilt right now. We have the Birdie's Year that they're doing. They mix flannel now with wool, and so that's, I think, part of what's motivated printing this. So this is from Benartex Company, and it's called Wool Tweed. So when you look at it, it is not wool, it is flannel, but it looks like a wool. It's lovely. The colors are just yummy, yummy, yum. Great for backs of quilts. All right. Hey, I got one more fabric line to show you. Whee! Let's go. Well, that's pretty. Did we talk about that one? Oh, yeah, it's been a while. Gosh, that's pretty, though. I sure like that. Okay.
How do we have so much fabric, Cappy?
I don't know. Somebody orders it all the time. I don't know who that chick is, but I just came back from H&H, and I ordered a whole bunch more up there, too. Fabric and yarn and all kinds of stuff. So this is from Kathy Holden. It's called Curated in Color. If you've watched Dawn's button making thing, that's where these came from. All her buttons came off of this particular bolt of fabric. So she would cut them and she would make pin keeps or buttons off of them. But this is just a yumminess line. It has a full colorway. So the beiges, browns, yellows, blues, pinks, purples, reds, greens. It's got everything you want, curated in color. It's the same print repeated in different colors and with different themes. So the oranges have oranges, the pink one has strawberries, the red one has cherries, so it has its particular. So you can scan through there. Look how pretty those are. And Kathy Holden does something that I love. It has this vintage vibe. Look at that, looks like needlepoint.
Oh, it does.
And it really looks like needlepoint. I mean, so you could, cover a stool with that or a chair. My grandmother always did needlepoint. She would cover she had a little organ stool that she sat on. Well, she never sat on it. It was just an organ stool that she sat down, and she would always cover needlepoint with that. So that's a fun one. And then, of course, we got the 10-inch layer cakes with it, as well as the 5-inch charms. So Moda Curated in Color by Kathy Holden. There she is, sweet lady. If you remember, she had the cancer issue a couple years ago, and she did a whole line dedicated to cancer and how that process, how she went through that and kind of grew because of it. So I'll leave that right there because it's just too pretty. Okay, believe it or not, that was all the fabric lines I had on my list. Whew, I'm worn out. All the fabric we had to see. We're going to do another video where he's going to mash them together or do them separate, however we have to do to get it all in, because I'm going to have to go talk about yarn because, oh my goodness, we have got some lovely yarn in, and I've ordered a bunch of new yarn as well. So stay tuned. There'll be an addition to this video or a whole nother separate video, whatever we got to do to get it all in. Happy stitching.
At 29 and I find myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Come one in a dozen, the other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes, just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.
To the city streets, we began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young, it has just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. so loud as the hours pass. We're gonna do